Breaking news. Ukraine claims over 900 of Putin's soldiers have been killed in the last day. Kyiv claims that at least 930 Russian soldiers have been killed in Ukraine in the past day. In its latest battlefield report released Thursday morning, the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine also claimed that Vladimir Putin has lost around 302,420 military personnel since the invasion began on February 24 of last year. Claims of casualties on the battlefield have not been confirmed by the Independence investigation. In addition to the casualties, Kyiv claimed that 18 Russian tanks and 1 aircraft were damaged, as well as 43 armored vehicles and 42 artillery systems. Russia's total number of casualties in Ukraine remains unknown. Similarly, Ukraine has also not confirmed its own military personnel losses in the continuing war. This comes as Ukraine launched a pre-dawn attack on Russian positions in the Black Sea and Crimea on Thursday. The Russian Defense Ministry reported that their air defenses destroyed 6 drones in the area, 5 of which were over Crimea. Ukrainian military officials have reported an increase in fighting activity across all 5 fronts in the past day. The General Staff reported that Russian forces had been unsuccessful in attacking Ukrainian positions on the Kupiansk, Bakhmut, Avdiivka, Marinka, and Shakhtarsk fronts in Donetsk. There were a total of 57 battles on the front lines, with 5 missiles and 75 airstrikes, it said. Russia also launched 56 rocket attacks using MLRS systems at Ukrainian positions and other settlements. According to the report, Russian forces have also attacked civilian areas, including homes. According to the Russian Ministry of Defense and active Russian military bloggers, Russian forces shot down 2 Ukrainian Air Force Su-27 aircraft and fired on 2 Ukrainian Leopard tanks. Although there have been spikes in fighting across multiple fronts this year, the front itself has remained relatively unchanged. Although the Ukrainian counteroffensive partially restored Kyiv's territory to Ukrainian control after it had been seized by Russia, the region has seen a concentration of fighting along multiple axes with no major gains. The war is now gradually moving into a positional form, Ukrainian Commander-in-Chief General Valery Zaluzhny told The Economist in an interview. The technological and tactical parity between the Russian and Ukrainian forces, he said, has led to a stalemate on the battlefield reminiscent of the First World War. Gaining air superiority, penetrating Russia's mine barriers in depth, improving Kyiv's counter-battery combat, establishing and training adequate reserves, and developing electronic warfare capabilities are all essential if Ukraine is to break the current impasse. On October 29, in the occupied Tskinvali region, a bronze statue of Russian President Vladimir Putin was unveiled in the village of Sorbisi. Former Russian and Ukrainian freestyle wrestling team coach Dzambolet Tedayev erected the statue. Dzambolet gave a speech at the opening ceremony about Vladimir Putin and the events of 2008 to the youth of the North Ossetia region of Russia and the occupied Tskinvali region, South Ossetia. Former member of the Russian Republic of North Ossetia's parliament, Dzambolet Tedayev. North Ossetia is located in the North Caucasus. Tedayev also participated heavily in South Ossetian politics. In 2011, he planned to run for the region's presidential elections that Tbilisi had condemned but was prevented from doing so due to not meeting the residency requirement. Putin bestowed upon him the 2017 Order of Merit to the Fatherland. Notably, in occupied South Ossetia, there is already a street named after Vladimir Putin. It was also said that he was a major in the Russian armed forces.